Sorensin. It's my, not my first MMO name, but it's the one I've grown to love the most. I sure do. I'm not 100% sure on the name. Probably will be the Knights of Napalm, but I'm going to hold a vote with the community and let the community decide what they want it to be called. They might want it something more discreet without my name in it, so we're gonna do that. But for now, we're calling ourselves the Knights of Napalm. Okay, so it shouldn't come as a big surprise that I'm going to be playing a paladin, but race, that's still a little up in the air. I personally would like to be a dwarf. I just think a dwarf paladin just feels right for my soul. But the wife doesn't like dwarves and has said she will not marry me in-game if I'm a dwarf, so I may go human. We'll see. I'm still working on her to get some more love for the dwarf through Lord of the Rings and etc. material, so we'll see where that goes. Okay, not Pantheon, favorite MMO. I'm gonna go with, oh, this is a hard one to say, man. You know, this is a little crazy, but I'm gonna have to go Final Fantasy XI. Even though I only love it because it's so tied to EverQuest. I actually adore EverQuest more than Final Fantasy XI. If I was forced to play a game non-stop until Pantheon came out, I think 11 would be the only one I could do long-term until Pantheon releases, so I'm gonna have to go with that. Favorite story is where a roommate of mine, I think I went to go see my parents, and anyway, I left town, and I was running a guild in Dark Age of Camelot, and my roommate, who had just started playing the game not long ago and was kind of trying to build a reputation on the server, decided to tell my guild that I died, so that he could take control of the guild and get all the good stuff and all the recognition and glory while I was gone. So I come back to the game when I get back home, and everybody doesn't think it's really me, and like this big server-wide thing, people are screaming about my roommate. His name is Valmontian in the game, that he was a traitor, and you know, it was absolutely ridiculous, and it was the biggest mess of wires to untangle in my MMO career to convince everyone that it was really me. I was still alive. I did in fact not die in a hostage situation at a gas station, and I'll never forget that. This may come as a shock, but this particular one I'm about to mention actually took a ton of preparation. I had to study it at work, the rotations. Twin Tana in Final Fantasy XIV, back when it was a new thing, when Realm Reborn first launched. That was really difficult. A lot of phases, a lot of working together. You can't screw up at all, or at least you couldn't back then. You can now, but back then you couldn't make a single mistake. It's kind of weird that it's a newer MMO, but that was a very difficult fight back then. Yeah, the YouTube channel, of course, youtube.com/TheNathanNAPALM. Also, my Twitter account, TheNathanNAPALM, and that's really the only two I really play around with a lot, is those two categories. I'm going to go with their Sentimental People. I think they'll want to release it somewhere close to the holidays. Actually, I don't know. I think it may be a summer month. They always do their big reveals in summer months, so maybe they're bigger fans of that. So let's go with June 21st, 2023. Just want to say that the longer that the process goes of developing, the better the game's going to be, and the wait seems very excruciating right now, and I know a lot of people are upset and want more. So do I, so does everybody, but if we can all just hold it together when the game launches and it's a game we want, we'll be very happy that they took the time they needed to develop it. And just remember, each day that passes is a day closer to the launch. We're getting closer every day, so hold steady, Pantheons, it's coming.